Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why nobody spends as much time on their clients like I do, and nobody cares about their clients like I do. And there is no such coaching like my coaching anywhere on the internet. I spend 2 to 3 times a week talking to my clients, whether that's audio exchange or phone exchange, phone telephone sessions. We're on the phone 2 to 3 times a week. In the case of the phone unlimited coaching package, the link is below. And in the case of audio exchange, the same story is true. I respond to your audio in a day or two. If you take a little bit longer to respond to my analysis, that is completely understandable, but I will respond within a day or two. You can also always email me. However, the most of the interactions that are happening between me and my clients are voice recorded. Why? First of all, it's very important to express yourself this way, whether that's on the phone or it's recording. The email has no emotions. I'd rather you express yourself. Everything is about expressing in my coaching. My coaching is centers around belief systems primarily. This is why we start with childhood, going into adolescence, college years, all the way up until today, because I'm really interested in what kinds of beliefs you have assembled in your blueprint, in your consciousness, and what we need to rework for you to become a brand new version of yourself. One that manifests easily, one that doesn't manifest the drama that perhaps you're living today, one that understands that you're the golden Buddha of your creation and everything is very easy. And so the two coaching packages that are available from me, the links are below, the audio unlimited exchange as well as unlimited telephone package. If you need to have any questions about these or ask me anything at all in terms of coaching, you can email me directly. Otherwise, you can just book, sign the coaching agreement. It's on my website. All the points are very reasonable to anyone who understands what coaching is all about. Coaching is not therapy. Coaching is about producing results in the manifestational game, okay? I recommend 2 to 3 month minimum in coaching with me for you to cover the entirety of program that I have. And if you come to work, if you come humble, open and honest, and do all that you need to do, all the work that you need to do, you will be successful. The reason my coaching is unlike any other coaching on the internet is because you will never find this kind of hand-holding anywhere. This kind of close rapport with your coach. Most coaches on the internet, from what I understand, talk to you via Zoom once a week, if that. And that's considered a great situation and costs a lot more money than I charge, may I say. Most other coaches coach you via texts and emails, which I have no clue how that's even possible. I believe in getting to know you, to understand where you're coming from based on your history, your beliefs, etc. And then and only then I proceed to coach you in manifestation. There's no other way. There has never been any other way. Anybody who tells you otherwise is a liar. True story. Now, parenthesis here. I have a story for you that right before I started putting together some notes to record this, I got an email. So most of you who, by the way, if you're new, please subscribe. You're going to learn a lot more on this channel than anywhere else. True story, still. I told a story in one of my latest audio/videos about receiving the ink for my printer really quick, like almost overnight. I ordered it on Saturday and I received it on Monday, which is basically like 1 day shipping. And I did not pay for 1 day shipping, by the way. I paid for like regular priority shipping from California. I'm in New York. I had the intention that that would happen, and that's exactly what happened, because suddenly I ran out of ink and I really needed ink. And so the follow-up to that story just happened today. I received an email from the same company telling me your order has finally shipped. And I said, what? Wait a minute. I already gotten my order. So I called them up and I say, look, I think there's a mistake. I've already gotten this order. I don't want to get another order. And they tell me, I don't know what you got, but we never shipped that order. And if you follow the tracking number, you will see that you ordered it on the 17th and it was delayed, and it's just now that the carrier has picked up the order. Look at this, guys. This is spooky. This is what I call the glitch in the matrix. This is what I call magic and miracles, okay? The tracking number, ready? The tracking number that was on the package that I initially got, and I have the envelope from it, thank God, because otherwise I thought I was going crazy, is the same tracking number that is on the package that I'm about to receive, apparently. So now I have 2 ink packages and apparently the other one just appeared out of nowhere. And I have no idea how, but I couldn't convince this company that I already got the ink, so they're sending me another one. All right. So don't tell me that you cannot manifest some SP or money or whatever. I intended for that ink to show up to me as soon as possible, and it did. Otherwise, I would have still been out of ink, okay? 10 days later, well, I wouldn't have been, but not from this company. I wouldn't have gotten it still. Don't tell me you cannot manifest anything and fast, okay? It's just a matter of if you believe it or not. Okay, the subject of today is how to become a dangerously powerful manifester. This is going to be a good one, and I really hope you take a lot of notes, because as I was writing it, I literally had kind of like a half hour in between my calls today, and it just came out of me. Like I was writing as fast as I could, because this is really good. I'm always channeling all of these things, so like the days that I don't really feel like recording, I just don't. And sometimes, like yesterday I recorded, today I'm recording, sometimes I hit a wave of inspiration and the channeling just comes through. What is channeling? Information that, you know, supposedly you don't really readily have available at that moment, but an inspiration, an intuition, a guidance, an idea, that's channeling. And sometimes I even, you know, in the process of me recording for my clients or for my channel, it's kind of like I forget what I'm saying, in the sense of I'm just not over. You know, it's not that I'm forgetting what I'm saying. It's just my mouth takes on its own journey. If that makes any sense. And when I listen back to it, I'm like, wow, that was actually really good. I don't know where it came from, but it was really good. Okay, so this time I had to write it down because it was still channeled, but yeah. Okay, how to become a dangerously powerful manifester. Ready? Okay, first things first, right? You need to understand that parallel realities are real. The real, that's the way the universe operates. And the past is always changeable, as is the present, immediately so. So, just because you remember your past being a certain way doesn't really mean that you have to keep it that way. Scripting can also work backwards, in other words. So in some instances, when I work with people with trauma, for example, we get to revise and rescript certain things. And this is really helpful. And I know I've done this for 8 years now. I know this for a fact. The person just changes. It's as if they can hardly remember what happened, which is really gratifying to me as a coach. And I'm really happy for those people that I've helped. And I'm not even bragging on me, I'm bragging on the process and the way the parallel realities work. And so parallel realities are real. There's nothing you can do about it. Might as well get used to it. Your body and mind are your instruments, okay? Your body registers frequencies and detects them and translates them in emotions like sadness, happiness, fear, anger, anxiety, whatever, what have you. Okay, contentment, disappointment, ecstasy, this and that, love. Your mind is an instrument also, which is why the belief work is so important for you to do, because it acts slightly differently, but it operates basically looking at reality through a prism and constructing the reality through the prism of your beliefs automatically. So in other words, there's no thinking going on. Once your beliefs are in place, you just automatically operate on that automatic pilot. This is why this instrument needs extra work, because beliefs are really stubborn. The feelings you can always detect, but the beliefs are there so stubbornly implanted, that you're going to have to do some uprooting work to do if you want to change your reality. That's just how it works. True or untrue, your beliefs, they form your world. And I literally mean form your world in front of your eyes. Okay, if you want to talk matrix, that's how it works. You will literally construct situations, people, and events out of your beliefs in front of your eyes in 3D. Literally. Okay, wrap your head around that. You need to cleanse it of past beliefs, those two instruments, past blueprint, that is, past beliefs, as it were, and emotions that reside in your body and your mind. There is no other way. If you're coming off of some drama, trauma, panorama, certain experiences that were not so pleasant, you need to cleanse that first in order to be able to start manifesting something different. This is what I do in my coaching extensively. Everything else is easy. And I say this all the time because it is true. Your main job is cleansing your palate, cleansing your mind, cleansing your body of emotions, your soul, you could say, whatever, however you want to put it. It needs to be done, because that old version of yourself will continue reproducing the old results, and you don't want that. You want something different. I mean, I am just going on the assumption that you do. You have to become the kind of person who understands their power. Okay, the power, the enormous power that you have, the power of your thoughts and your feelings, and the two combined are a true powerhouse. When your thoughts and your feelings merge, it's over. It's not enough to just have thoughts. You have like 68,000 thoughts a day or something like this. But if you fuse them with feeling and emotion, if you're afraid of something, you will most probably encounter that. If you love somebody, you will most probably bring them back. But if you have resentment towards them, you're delaying that. If you have resentment towards money, you will not have enough money. If you have resentment towards people who have a lot of money, you will probably not have enough money. If you love money and genuinely understand that this is just an exchange of energy, and it really doesn't matter what the world thinks of it. It's for you, it's just an exchange of energy. The more you do for others, others will return to you, etc., etc. The more you come from a benevolent place of joy and peace and love, the more you receive. That's what matters. This is your power. If you want to bring back your SP, you need to imagine a completely different story where this person acts differently. This person brings in what you want them to bring in into the relationship. And thus, your thoughts and feelings are matched up. It's not enough to think, I want them back, and then the feeling is resentment. It's a contradiction, and then you get nothing. In other words, this is why people don't manifest their peace. I hope you just caught that golden nugget and wrote it down. All right. Okay, you need to realize that the 3D is a movie, a theater, whatever you want to call it. The movie that is controlled by your mind entirely. Thus, if your mind is polluted with things and ideas you don't prefer, so is your 3D. Capiche? You're the only one thinking in your reality. Therefore, you control everyone and everything in it. Literally. I'm literal on my channel. This is not woo-woo stuff. This is not wishful thinking. This is not fucking fairy tale bullshit. This is literally how it works. You're the only one thinking and you're the only one commanding. Get used to it. It's an undertaking. There is that. When you realize how much control and power you have over your reality, you get a little bit taken aback. Happened to me. When I did it like for fun, when I was kind of growing up, I'm like, this is fun. This is easy. This is fucking fabulous. But then when I started really becoming an adult, I said, wow, this is actually an undertaking. I have to really pay attention to what I'm saying. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing. But if you just create, again, beliefs that everything turns into your favor anyway, and that it is easy for you to be in control, and that it is easy for you to create whatever you want to create if you just pay attention, not 24/7, but whenever you're creating something, you do need to pay attention. It's just like when you're painting. If you're a painter, creatively, you need to pay attention to what the fuck kind of color you pick, what kind of brush you use, what landscape are you painting, or what person or whatever it is you're painting. That's exactly what creation is like. And so while you're thinking creatively and in order to create something, you really need to pay attention. Your vision of your preferred reality should be able to overpower all your doubts. Effortlessly so. In other words, your imagination, your imaginary parallel reality is not so imaginary. Parenthesis here. That parallel reality exists, that preferred reality exists. But the vision and the marriage between you and that parallel reality should be so intense, so passionate, and so loving, and so thrilling to you that it overrides everything else. It's just kind of like, it doesn't really matter. If you're still fearful, whilst you're envisioning this parallel reality and have doubts, you still have some work to do on your instrument, meaning your body and your mind and you. Watch out, somebody's going to comment. I already feel it. I can't believe this content is not paid. Well, I don't do that. I don't do that to anybody on my channel. What I understand is that everybody needs one-on-one coaching if you're not producing what you need to produce. These are general statements that are, yes, they're helpful, but ultimately the ultimate goal is for you to get coaching because it is one-on-one, it is more personable. And then we can really dig into the real situations that you need to work out, to deal with. But don't worry, at some point I will finish my book and you will pay for it. And then you will come into my coaching. Yeah, because it's never enough to watch videos or read books. I think coaching is the ultimate. I mean, it's just my opinion. Okay. And I'm not wrong. Whatever you say literally goes in your reality. The question is, what is it you're saying? What are you commanding? You're commanding something all the time. The difference is in quality of commanding, in quality of thoughts. But what you say literally goes. And if you really examine your beliefs and whatever you're thinking day in and day out, everything is kind of matching up. There are no secrets over here in creation or in the universe. It's all kind of like pretty precise, may I say. Next, your interpretation of things and people in 3D inform what will happen next. If you interpret the situation to be shitty, the shit will continue. If you start embarking on the idea that things will change especially because of all the shit that has transpired thus far, and you benefit from the shitty situations, then the reality will change in the most magnificent, marvelous ways that you cannot even fathom right now. True story. Your thoughts and intentions are constantly being communicated to everyone in your reality, and they act accordingly. Like I said, you're the only one who's thinking in your reality. So you are the boss, you are the CEO of this universe called you. Thus, to change a circumstance or a person is as easy as to change a thought about it or them in your mind. So whenever we talk about changing as NSP, changing your money situation, changing whatever you want to change in your life, it takes a change of thoughts, a change of thought transmission towards that particular area in your life. If you're stubbornly insisting your SP is an asshole, in other words, they're going to continue being an asshole and not contact you. If you're stubbornly insisting you don't have enough money, you will continue not having enough money. On the other hand, if you suddenly decided your SP turned into a fucking angel and you don't care how, and they became, this most wonderful version of themselves who apologizes and licks gem of your toes, that's what's going to happen. However incredible to you that is, you need to get used to it, which is why the work on the beliefs is so instrumental. The same goes for money. If you suddenly decided I'm worth millions of dollars, I don't care how it goes, as long as it comes from a benevolent source and I'm benefiting the world and others, this is exactly what will happen through ideas, intuitions, people, suddenly showing up in your world, etc., etc. Your world is under your command. And so if you decide you're worth millions of dollars, that is exactly what will happen. If your mind is free, if your mind and body, is free of the negativity, of the negative thoughts and patterns of the past, and you set your intention on manifesting something or somebody, nobody and nothing can stop it. True story. This is what I do every single day. Again, let me repeat this because it's worth repeating. If your mind and body is free of negativity and negative thinking, and you set your intention on manifesting something or somebody, nobody and nothing can stop it other than you, parenthesis here. Very important. And finally, the frequency on which you think is the level of your reality. So, in other words, again, if you think I'm this miserable person left behind by my SP, I'm not desirable, this is the reality of your attraction. If you think I'm the most beautiful person, look at me, I've got a lot going on, I have many talents, many skills, I'm valuable, I can contribute a lot to the world. People adore me for even my quirky kind of like characteristics. Even for my imperfections, I'm valuable. There's nothing that I cannot do. The sky is absolutely not the limit. This is just my starting point, but I have so much experience. And by the way, experience of fucking up is the most treasuresome experience, if I dare say so, because you learn what not to do. And you learn that that is not your level. The reason you're fucking up is because you're learning that is not your level. The level is way higher where you haven't allowed yourself to play yet. And so even though it may seem scary at first to go on that level and start wishing for, I don't know, millions or perfect marriage or beautiful house and a wonderful career or everything just about that you wanted, that is the truth of your existence, and that's where you belong. And so the frequency on which you think is the level of your reality. So start thinking things that you want to bring in, and the level of reality will change. And finally, I think I would like to add this. There's nobody but you deciding your life. Stop attributing importance to other factors, like you getting affected by other people, this and that, from past, present. You need to choose your destiny. You need to choose your life. Only by those decisions and intentions are you able to be called dangerously powerful. Because you don't give a shit what other people are doing. You only care about what you want. And that's truly masterful. That's laser sharp focus. That's something that it's completely unbeatable. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.